As the story begins, we see a woman named Diana, whose daughter's condition is very critical because she was born prematurely. At the moment, she was in an incubator, and she faced difficulty in breathing, which made Diana disturb over her daughter. She was thinking about how long her daughter would survive in this condition. The scene shifts, and 17 years later, we are shown the child. This child's name is Loi, and she has grown up. Due to being born prematurely, many parts of her body do not function properly. Along with this, she also suffers from asthma and heart problems. To keep her life normal, she has to take a lot of medicines. Despite all these complications, Loi is resilient. She wanted to get admission to a big university, but the university did not respond to her application. In this situation, she thought she might have been rejected by the university. Anyway, we see her mom returning home after grocery shopping. As she unpacks the grocery bag, her phone rings, and when she opens the bag to take out chocolates, she finds some tablets inside with Diana's name on them. Seeing these tablets, she becomes worried because she never used any tablets. Finally, her mom comes to give her the tablets at night. The floor notice says that it was typed the same way it was sent in her mom's name. She asks why these tablets came in her name, to which Diana says it might be a pharmacy error. In this way, Chloe quietly takes the medicine. Early in the morning, she takes out the medicines from the medicine rack. On checking this medicine, its formula was written as trioxin, but the strange thing was that this medicine was wrapped in the wrapper of some other medicine, and now she doubts her mom. To solve the mystery, she quickly searches trioxin on the computer. She searches for the formula written on the wrapper of the new medicine, but today her mom's computer was not connected to the internet. Seeing that it was actually Diana who had turned off the internet, which she could still see from afar, the next morning, when she sees her mom busy in the garden, she quickly goes into their room and dials a number from her mobile phone, which is answered by another person. She pleads, "Please help me. I need to search for the formula of a medicine. It's very important." While on the other hand, he continues to work on it. He tells him that tablets named trioxin are often given to heart patients. They are usually red-colored, but the tablet in Loi's hand was green. At this point, she suspects that her mom is up to something fishy. Now, she had to find out the real formula of this medicine in any way possible so that she could understand its side effects. Therefore, while thinking, she suggests during dinner time that it's been a while. We haven't gone anywhere. We can go to the theater to watch a movie. They are going to the theater. Since everyone was in the movie theater since long, they start asking for the restroom, but instead of going to the restroom, Loi goes to a nearby pharmaceutical company. Handing over the medicine to a pharmacist, she tells him that she needs to find out what kind of tablet this is and what its side effects are. He refuses to provide information about the medicine because it was not sent in her mom's name. Here, Chloe tells the pharmacist that her mom is playing games in the palace. "She has given me a task to find the formula of this medicine. Please, if you help me, I'll win." Listening to this, she checks the medicine and tells him that this medicine is used for dogs, and if a human takes these medicines, he can be paralyzed. After that, Chloe was very scared because there were no dogs in her house, and since childhood, her mom had been giving her tablets. She was troubled and scared, and she had already had an asthma attack. She was barely breathing, and at this very moment, her mom had also come looking for her. She injects her to make her unconscious and then takes her home. When she regained consciousness, she saw that she was locked in her room while her mom was searching on her computer outside. How could anyone be paralyzed? She wanted to go out of her room, and then an idea struck her that she could open the door of her room from the window of her room to the other room using a hot iron rod held against her mouth. Inside, cold water flows, and she jumps towards the window. Struggling, she had reached her mom's room, where she first heats the window with the iron rod and then throws cold water over it. As the window breaks, she enters this room. She quickly goes out of this room and opens the door of her room. It was difficult for her to breathe again. She uses her inhaler kept in the room and tries to hurry to the balcony, but she sees that her lift is not working. Still, she had to go down in any case. Now, she first lowers her wheelchair and then herself falls down the stairs. She had also been quite injured at this point, but she manages herself, sits back in her wheelchair, and leaves the house. She succeeded in leaving the house, but whom should she ask for help? There was no one around her house. She goes out on the road. Suddenly, she hears the sound of a car. Loi thought it was Diana's car, so she hid in the jungle, but it was actually a truck. She stands in front of the truck, which makes the truck driver stop his truck. Chloe asks for help from here and tells her the whole story of how her mom had paralyzed her by giving her dogs medicine since childhood. There is someone in the truck who says in support, "I need someone," whether to go to the police station or the man agrees to it afterwards. Before that, she was sitting in her truck. Diana comes from behind and asks her, "Where are you taking my daughter?" To which Diana's responds by saying that your daughter thinks you are giving her the wrong medicine. She wants to go to the police station against you, and I will help her in this work. Then they were completely conscious. Diana tries to explain to her in many ways, tries hard to stop her, but the man does not stop here. He had to use the wrong road. She sits here. By giving an unconscious injection to the man, Loi takes her back. That is, another important thing has happened in this dangerous life. Seeing Diana, she had tied her in chains and was making medicine here so that she could paralyze Chloe forever. She wanted to go out. That's why she starts looking for some important things inside the basement, with the help of which she can get out of here. During this time, Chloe also gets some important documents here, including an offer letter from her university, which her mom had hidden here. Seeing this, she feels quite sad because this was the biggest dream of her life that her mom shattered. On further searching, Chloe finds documents related to the hospital here, which were in her name. Upon seeing the documents, it is revealed that the missing girl, who was born 17 years ago today, had been killed shortly after her birth. Here was her death certificate too. If the girl had been killed, then who was Chloe? Chloe also finds a newspaper cutting in these documents, which had a photo of a couple. They were crying. On the same day that Chloe was born inside the hospital, on that very day, their daughter was also born inside the hospital. The same day she was kidnapped from the hospital. After seeing this news, Chloe came to know that Diana was not her mother, but her real parents are these people. She wants to figure it out, but how? All roads are closed. This makes Diana feel like an onion here. She gets nervous looking at the threads. She tells them, stay away. If I know the truth, then it's in my mom. You kidnapped me from the hospital. I am that couple's daughter. Diana becomes emotional after hearing all this. She told Chloe, believe me, you're my daughter. I love you very much. I won't give you any medicine today. I just want you to always stay with me. But someone here stubbornly says bad things along with determination, which also makes Diana angry. She now administers a medicine she made herself to paralyze Chloe in a big injection. She goes to save herself in a photo. She couldn't lock herself. To save herself, she takes a liquid here, which had already made her unconscious. Diana thought she had died, and as soon as Diana's condition deteriorated, she was crying a lot, which she really considered her daughter. Diana didn't want to send her away from herself, and that's why she used to give paralyzed medicine to Chloe, so that she wouldn't go to her real parents. When Apply regained consciousness, she found herself in the hospital. There were doctors, and her stomach was being cleaned. She was outside room. When she looked, Diana was standing there. She must have brought her to the hospital. Seeing her again, she feels scared and calls the nurse standing nearby. She gestures for a pen and paper. She wanted to write something to tell the nurse, and this thing was being observed from outside. Diana knew she would inform the authorities about her, so she immediately triggers the hospital's emergency alarm. There is chaos in the hospital, and taking advantage of this, they run away from here. As soon as they entered the inner room, they saw that no one was there because Chloe had worn her clothes and asked for paper as well. To say something, she had a direct suspicion that it was going to her mom. She quickly informs the hospital security. Here, Bishiana brings her to the stairs. The security guards catch Diana. After handing over the security, they take her out and taunt the security, saying that I just want to take my daughter house. Leave. When they hadn't gone downstairs from their way, the security has to forcibly attack them with his gun, and in this way, one of his shoulders gets injured. Doctors rescue her, and it is told that all the events have passed for 7 years. One of them comes to jail to meet her mom Diana, who was arrested for several years to keep paralyzed. We see that Chloe is still on the wheelchair till today, but despite that, she can take some steps. She comes to her and tells her that I will be able to walk in a few days. After leaving the medicine you gave, it turns out that Chloe was occasionally coming here to meet Diana. At this point, she tells Diana that I have completed my studies and also need a good job. I am also married and have found my sleep parents. After that, they were listening silently. We see that she takes out some tablets wrapped from inside her mouth. The same tablets that Diana had been giving her to keep her paralyzed for a lifetime, and now Chloe was putting this medicine in her mouth. It was clear that she was confessing to Diana and did not want Diana to ever come out of this jail, which now, showing, ends the story here.